First, I would like to applaud the college for having this type of forum. I do a lot of interviewing, and soft skills are definitely something that I see a huge need in improving. I guess the good news about soft skills is these can all be learned. Anything that's talked about today, I know everybody has strengths and weaknesses, but the things that we're going to talk about are probably things that you have heard before. There's nothing earth-shattering or exciting about it, but it's a lot of these things. As I was making some notes of things I'm trying to teach my 6-year-old daughter right now. So, nothing is too hard to learn at this point. I was going to try to do this in my classes. The first one I wanted to talk about is being dependable and punctual. And I had a coach that used to say, if you're 5 minutes early, you're 10 minutes late. And his point in that was, when practice started, he wanted us stretched, ready to practice, not showing up, walking out on the gym floor. And it's the same way with work. Is if your work starts at 8 o'clock, that means have your coffee, do your chit-chatting, be logged in the system, and ready to work at 8 o'clock. Going in the parking lot or running through the back door trying to get in. That's something that we have a few people in our office that struggle with, and it's a constant problem. And the ones that are there early, the ones that volunteer when there's a need for spending some extra time, when there's a need for working on a Saturday if a situation arises. I promise you, those people that volunteer and step up and they're on time, I promise you that that's noticed by management. Communication was another one. Being an effective communicator. One of the things that I see a lot with some of our employees that are new is they don't know how to listen. I mean, as soon as you start into what your problem is, what your situation is, they're ready to start coming up with their solution to the problem instead of listening. And I think in communication, that's a big weakness that we have right now. Also in communication, you need to be able to adapt with change. When a situation changes, if there's conflict, if someone becomes aggressive or gets defensive, you need to know how to handle those type of situations. I think with the world of text messaging and instant messaging, communication has become not only a verbal problem, but also a written problem. We actually hired a girl about 3 years ago, and we had put her through a pretty basic writing test, and the first 2 or 3 business emails and business letters she brought to her supervisor to approve had abbreviated words. It looked like a text message. And I'm guilty of it in a text message too, but you need to be able to punctuate and spell and put sentences together. I don't care what field you're working in. I've noticed over the last probably 5 years that is becoming a problem for people that we see. Etiquette manners. It's been said that good manners will open doors that the best education cannot. The yes sirs, the no ma'ams, the thank yous, the excuse me, those should become natural for you in your conversation with people. It's easy to practice those with your family, your friends, but those still in society actually are probably more recognized now because there's such a minority of people that actually use good manners. Cell phones is an issue that can fall under several soft skills, and it's one that is becoming more and more of a problem as your generation and the generation below you grow up more and more with cell phones and tablets. There was a study done in 2013 that found that 64% of the people surveyed said that mobile devices lead to breach of workplace etiquette. That statistic was up 51% from 2010 when it was done before. So I can't imagine what it would be today. There was an insurance industry statistic done, which is the field that I'm in, that if you don't have a strict and enforced cell phone policy, you can lose up to 30% of the effectiveness in your workplace. And we have a policy in our office that I don't want someone to be, if they have a child at home sick or they have a situation, I want them to be able to check their cell phones. But we had a department that was abusing it, and what you run into, if you think about it, if you got your cell phone sitting out on your desk or in your purse and you're in the middle of a text conversation, if you're on your computer working or whatever you're doing and you hear your phone buzz, it's going to distract you from the productivity of what you're doing at that point in time. And that was a problem that we were seeing. We put a 90-day penalty, no cell phones at the desk at all, and it was immediately, the mistakes, the problems, the workflow, everything was immediately corrected. So that is a big complaint that I'm seeing not only in our office but other fellow employers. Another one is being a team player. It's important to get along with your employees, fellow employees, also customers. Don't be that negative, outspoken employee, because I promise you, whenever it's time for a layoff or getting rid of somebody, that is going to be the first person to go. And I've had that throughout my career. There's always that one person or two people in the office that stirring up problems, causing controversy, outspoken, and those are the ones that are going to be let go. One other one, and I'm getting my 15-second card there, is having integrity. The golden rule, anything that you do on others as you want them to do to you. I mean, when you're in a situation, when you're dealing with a customer, put yourself in their shoes and just ask them, how would I want them to handle this, and be flexible on how you deal with those people. So I think I've got something more, and I think that's it. So, thank you.